now as I'm reciting, I can visually see where the verses are on the page. And I know in my head, okay, I'm about to turn the page. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am the Daily Muslima, and I truly hope that this video finds you all in the best of health and iman. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We have a little bit of a different setup here. Today I actually want to go into how I revise, review, and memorize Quran as someone who does not fluently speak Arabic, who was not born Muslim, started reading Quran for the first time 2 years ago. Actually, today is my Shahada-versary. Today, 2 years ago, I took my Shahada. So alhamdulillah, it's been 2 years. I've been on this beautiful journey as a Muslim, and I just wanted to share this in case it might help someone out there. I know when I first started learning how to read the Quran, it was very intimidating. It still is intimidating, and I just want to share how I structure my sessions, I guess, my study sessions for anyone out there who wants to start, who might be struggling, or who just doesn't know how to even begin with memorizing Quran, learning new surahs. Now, disclaimer, I am not a scholar. I am not fluent in Arabic at all. I just started seriously taking my Arabic seriously last year. I just want to give someone out there some tips on how I just structure my sit down and study sessions. So here we go. 9 times out of 10, I am doing these Quran study sessions right after Fajr in the morning, and I always start with doing my morning adhkar. After that, I will go to the surah, whichever surah I'm learning. Right now is Surah Ar-Rahman, so let's turn to that page. Ar-Rahman is chapter number 55 in the Quran. I always start from the top of the verse of the chapter, and I read all the way down to where I currently am. So currently I'm on verse 56, which is crazy because there are 78 verses in this surah. So I'm almost finished. Inshallah, I'm trying to finish by the end of the month. So wish me luck. But so I'm on verse 56. So I always start from the beginning, and I will just read all the way down to verse 56. So that's the first step, starting from the beginning and reading. If you are just opening up this chapter for the first time, of course, start with the first verse. After that, though, I will go to the new verse that I'm working on. So in this case, it would be 57 and 58, and I will read it by reading it. Now, if you don't know how to read Arabic, that's completely fine. You can use listening and do the transliteration. I love this Quran, which was a gift to me from one of my friends, and she's probably watching this right now. Love you. But this was a gift for me. It has the Arabic text, it has the English, and it has the transliteration. I will show you guys what it looks like. Yes, yes. So I love this Quran. And at the beginning, again, if you're a very, very beginner, you don't know how to read Arabic, you don't understand Arabic, I was in the same boat. And I relied very heavily at the beginning on the transliteration. Now I don't really look at it much, which is, I never thought I would get to this point so quickly, alhamdulillah, but I kind of just use the Arabic text now that I can read Arabic roughly, and I listen. So I will repeat the new verse over and over and over again, like 11 times, 11 to 15 times while looking at it, and then I'll cover it and I will see how many times I can fully repeat it without looking. If I mess up, I just uncover and look and try again. After repeating the new verse, however many times it takes you to get it in your memory and see what it looks like, then I'll add on the new verse to the previous verse that I learned. And again, if you're at the very, very beginning of a chapter, then you would just keep repeating the first verse over and over again. I like to take things 1 to 2 verses at a time each session, and my sessions are usually maybe 45 minutes to an hour every morning. So I would just take it 1 verse at a time, sometimes two. I think now that I'm being able to read Arabic more quickly, I'm able to do 2 verses at a time sometimes, which is really cool. And so, yeah, but if you're at the beginning, just keep repeating that first verse. But say you've gotten down the first 3 verses, right? So now you'll read the first two and add on the third. And then you just keep repeating those first three. So for me, I'm on verse 56. So I will add on verse 54, 55, and 56. And I will read it while looking, and I'll cover it and see how my fluency is while the verses are covered and adding on to the previous verse. After I've done that for a number of times, then I will go to the top of the page. Now, if I was at the beginning of the surah, say once I got to the bottom of the first page, I would go back to the beginning, of course. And even sometimes when I was on the second page, I would still go back to the beginning just to test to see how my fluency is while adding on that new verse at the bottom. Now that I am on the third page, I recite it from top to bottom maybe once or twice, but at the beginning I did go from the top to bottom a lot more. But now I kind of, during my study sessions, I'll just go from the top of the page to where I am, and then throughout the day I'll be reciting and practicing. My cat, sorry. Throughout the day, I'll be reciting and practicing that way. So, yeah, first things first, starting at the beginning, repeat, 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 repeat. Once you've gotten down a few verses in, then once you add on that new verse, repeat, repeat, repeat while looking. I like to look to see what I'm reading, I like to see where it is on the page. And it's crazy now. Now, as I'm reciting, I can visually see where the verses are on the page. And I know in my head, okay, I'm about to turn the page. Like, it's crazy. So, repeat, repeat, get it in your memory. Listen to it as well. I also have an app that I use. I'll put it somewhere here, but I love it. It's called Al Mukri, the reciter, and it will repeat. You can set it to repeat the same verse over and over and over again. So I love that. I'll listen to it, I'll look at it, I'll repeat it, I'll cover it, try to repeat, 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 add it to the previous verse, repeat, 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 go from the top all the way down. It's just a lot of repetition. And then, yeah, and then that's it. That's once I'm sick of it, or once it's been an hour, astaghfirullah, I'm not sick of it, but once I feel like, okay, I've done all that I can do right now, I've got this verse down in my memory, then I will try to test my recall later on in the day after I've been moving about my day. So, yes, I know it can be intimidating at first. I've only been Muslim for 2 years today. I just started taking Arabic classes last year, and I'm able to read Quran, alhamdulillah, but it's because it takes time and consistency, and anything you do takes consistency. So just keep showing up, even if it's 1 verse a day or 1 verse every 2 days. Because sometimes if I'm learning a new verse and it's really long, the next day I won't add on a new verse. I'll just keep revising that one just so I can make sure it's really in there, So I hope this was helpful. Hopefully, this can help someone who might be a little bit intimidated, who wants to memorize surahs just for prayer or just for your own desire. I wanted to memorize the surah because the first time I heard it and I read the translation, I was sobbing. I was sobbing. And Rahman is one of my favorite names of Allah because just his mercy, and I won't get into it here, but I wanted to memorize the surah just so I can understand it more and so I can have that connection with it and get closer to Allah. So That's it though. That's the video. Hopefully this was helpful. If you like this video, please make sure to like the video and enjoy your day. Once again, I am the Daily Muslima and I will see you all next week. Assalamu alaikum.